Hey guys, I've been asked how to use Gluttonys to their maximum efficiency. Like, hey Straw, I've been running out of Gluttonys and I don't know what to invest in next. Once I get my hands onto more Gluttonys, how do I use them to the maximum efficiency? Are there any Psychubes that are more worth upgrading than others? How do I go about this? Can you help me out? And that's what we're gonna cover in this video. We will go over the 5 most important Psychubes in the entire game. First, keep in mind that the order in which you upgrade those, or if you even upgrade the Psychubes in the first place, of course depends on each individual person and what characters and teams they actually play. But let's cover the order and the 5 most important Psychubes in this game right now, starting off with Nautica. Nautica's signature Psychube, she is of course the best character in the entire game right now. Everyone should have her, she's a must pull, needless to explain. So you should get your hands onto her signature Psychube called Embrace the Past, and this is the character and this is the Psychube that you should upgrade and invest your Gluttonys onto first. No character is more important, therefore no Psychube is more important than Nautica's Embrace the Past. And then you move on to the next team's main DPS that you play. That should be Dynamo, and therefore you have to take a look at Lucy and what her signature Psychube actually is. And this is automatically the second most important Psychube in the entire game, and this is called Steps Forward. So buy this in the shop. This is the second most important Psychube in the game. Invest your Gluttonys into this Steps Forward Psychube after you have upgraded the one for Nautica. Then after that, if you play Impromptu, then you need to upgrade their signature Psychube for their main DPS first. This would be the one for Baccarola called Adiocoda. Now we have covered the 3 main DPSs and the best teams in the entire game, and now we're gonna go and take a look at some more general Psychubes that are good in general and fit on multiple different characters actually. The first thing that you should worry about, like the 4th most important Psychube in this game, is the signature Psychube for Flutter Page called On the Hand of Time, because every single character in this game that uses a channel profits highly from this, except for intelligence characters, and that is because intelligence characters belong to the Dynamo archetype, and here a Thingle of a Thought would be better. But yeah, the 5th most important Psychube in this game to upgrade is called the 3rd Commitment, as this is good for every single character in the game that deploys an array, and this Psychube makes this array just much more beneficial. So there you go, those were the 5 best Psychubes and most important Psychubes in the game. First priority again is Embrace the Past. After that you go for Steps Forward. Then you have Adiocola for Baccarola. 4th place is taken by On the Hand of Time for Flutter Page. And 5th Psychube that you need to invest your Gluttonys onto is the 3rd Commitment. Now let's take a look at some other honorable mentions here. You can of course always invest into the Psychube Dead Inquisitive Deer, because this is good for every single healer in the game that uses a debuff incantation. Then Brave New World is another very important Psychube, as this is good for every single DPS character in this entire game, as it gives you ultimate might and it makes your incantation deal 20% more damage after you just used an ultimate. Then Luxurious Leisure is the best Psychube in the game actually for pretty much every single character in the game that uses a single target ultimate. So those were 3 honorable mentions, so to speak, but of course there's more things that I want to tell you about. Moving on from these 5 Psychubes and those honorable mentions, you have to have a little bit of knowledge as to what Psychubes are played in the respective teams that you play and how important they are. Let's take the Blood Tide team as an example first. Here we did already go over the signature Psychube for Nautica. Then you would move on to your sub DPS with the Semmelweis. She uses the 3rd Commitment, as she is all about deploying the array. Alright, now you have to ask yourself the question, how important or what Psychubes are Eternity and Medicine Pocket using? You want to get this team ready first, and then you will realize there are Psychubes here with From the Depths and the Dead Inquisitive Deer. They don't have too much significant and are not used too much in this team, so you can worry about those later. Then you do the same thing with the second best team in the game, which is Dynamo. We did already cover that the Lucy Psychube is super important. The next step that you do is you look at your sub DPS, which is Ulrich. You look at, hey, what does a Tingle of a Thought actually do? And you will realize that this increases your critical rate, your critical damage, your attack. Everything that Ulrich needs here is covered by a pretty significant margin, so you know that after those 5 most important Psychubes in the game, you would go with Ulrich's A Tingle of a Thought Psychube, and then you keep going. Who else is part of the Dynamo team? You will realize Mercuria. Here you don't even have to look at the Psychube because she will replace with Sharon in the next version anyways. So don't use your resources into the signature Psychube for Mercuria, as she will be gone very soon anyways. Then you will look at Ezra. I can already tell you, since Ezra is a sustain, her Psychube will not be too significant either. And you see, you keep this process going and going depending on what teams you play. You have to know the ranking, of course. Next up after Dynamo would be Impromptu. I don't play Impromptu, so I move on. What is the next best team? That would be the Ultimate Archetype team. So I know, hey, the Ultimate Archetype's main DPS is Recoleta. Then I go ahead, I will check what is the Psychube that Recoleta actually plays. And this is the next one that I will upgrade after Ulrich's A Tingle of a Thought. There we go. I know what other characters are played in this Ultimate Archetype team. This will be Melania. Melania uses an honorable mention with Luxurious Lisa. So I would go ahead and upgrade this if I wouldn't already have done that. And this is the process that you just keep going until all of your teams have all of their signature Psychubes, their best in slot Psychubes in fact, upgraded. In case you are still wondering, you have questions, then yeah, join my Discord server and we can go over everything that's concerning you right there. And that's about the video, guys. I hope this was fun and informative. If you like Reverse1999 in general, please consider leaving a follow on my channel. I would really appreciate it. But until next time, don't forget to join the Discord server. Link to that in the description down below. Take care of yourselves, have a great day, and we love this game.